Prince Harry no-shows on the fourth day of the court case as being ordered to do a test. It's difficult not to feel sorry for Prince Harry when he talks about the devastating impact he believes years of intense press coverage have had on him and Meghan. As he acknowledges in his written statement to the court, he's brought against Mirror Group newspapers. He was caught up in a vicious circle in which he became the flawed person the tabloids were writing about. He itemizes the stereotypes that they wanted to pin on him to sell as many newspapers as possible, especially as the spare to the heir. He said that he was either Playboy Prince, the failure, the dropout, the thicko, the cheat, the underage drinker, the irresponsible drug user, and blamed them for his misbehaviour. I thought that if they were printing this rubbish about me and people are believing it, I may as well do the crime, so to speak. It was a downward spiral from there. Using Meghan's playbook, Harry dissolves in tears when he can't back up his accusations with facts, but a court is not a place to vent. And yesterday, when the fourth day of the trial took place, Harry didn't appear when the court ordered him to do a test for drugs and alcohol. However, he refused and didn't go to court. The rumour came from a witness in the trial who was a former editor for the Mirror. Harry's a liar on top of things, but his post-traumatic stress disorder is compounding it. This is why actually taking care of your mental health is very important, instead of lying about being an advocate and refusing to admit to the diagnoses that he has. Any sane doctor or wife would tell him to get well before involving himself publicly in matters that hurt him so much. He hasn't healed from past trauma, and now he's piling up more. This isn't good. Harry had this seething rage and envy towards his family for years. It just took Meghan Wallace to coax it out and put it on public display. Elsewhere, Prince Harry has been accused of suffering from throne syndrome by experts after his recent prominent media appearances. Nigel Cawthorne, author of Windsor Spares, the Prince Harry and Prince Andrew soap opera, claims that Harry is granted privileges that his older brother William is not, calling it throne syndrome, making full use of royal privileges while holding others responsible for their licence. He said, "The truth of being spare is that you can take liberties that the heir cannot. History tells us that most royal spares, with the exception perhaps of the Queen's father, have always enjoyed that privilege to the fullest while they were young. Prince Andrew took full use of the spares in his youth before settling down with Fergie. So did Edward VII, who risked several scandals in court while still the spare to Crown Prince Eddie. The fact that Harry chose a long-distance relationship, which in his own words is incredibly hard, tells its own story that he may not have to settle down. Like other spares, Harry seems to suffer from throne syndrome, making full use of royal privileges while holding other people responsible for their licence."